Eunji Kim.
This stage is usually not here. Crazy. Do you feel all this pressure to laugh a lot? Cool. You guys, I am so hungover. I just got back from New Orleans. Anybody ever been there? Yeah. Like, I partied so much, I almost died. I got back on Sunday, and I took the shit today that made me feel normal. Like, do you understand the mechanics of that? Like, I touched down in O'Hare on Sunday, and I took the shit today. Like, it came out of me, I was like, I've given birth, and I was like, ooh. Anyways, I'm here. Anybody here ever party so much they die? All right, Patriots, what's up? Any Patriots in the room? Yeah, no, I actually am a Patriot, for real. I am an immigrant. And it's like, are there any immigrants in the room? Good. Good. But yeah, as an immigrant, like, if you know any, they tend to be like the most obsessed with America. Like, we are obsessed. We're patriots, you know? And I will say that, like, as an immigrant, and my parents are obviously also immigrants, we're all here, and their relationship with America is very different than mine. They see America as this place of, like, infinite wealth, opportunity, and potential, you know? And I don't. Because I see the truth. But like, this was actually true until I saw a white girl, call her mother a bitch at the mall. And I was like, that's what freedom is. But I love America! US. How psychotic would that be? Yeah, I am a patriot and also a mom. Thank you. Thank you. What? Did someone call me a hero? What? Yeah, stop. Thank you. I am a mom. I'm a parent. And I was a parent during, wait, I will say this. You guys see me here, right? Like, you get my vibe. Like, you get it. But like, I've done, like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys see me. Like, I'm not the first Asian person you've ever seen. But I've done comedy in places like Indiana. And I can tell. People are like, oh no. Yeah, I've done comedy there, and I made $200. Thank you. But I've done comedy in places like Indiana, and like, I can just see these old white people looking at me like, this slutty baby has got a lot to say. She's got a lot of confidence. And it's true, I do. But yeah, I am a mom, and I was a parent during the pandemic. So like, you guys know this. Like, if any of you guys went back home, no one was supposed to spend this much time with their family. Okay, this is why school exists. And my son is very young, and so like, you know, it's just like I just wasn't prepared to spend this much time with him. Like, you guys, I'm not a trained childcare professional. Okay? I'm just a lady who got knocked up in her mid-30s while married. Who happened to be in a good place financially. It was crazy how it happened. Anyways, that's why we decided to keep this one. And my son loves that joke. He's like, nah, shit, I'm the one that survived. And but yeah, so at the beginning of the pandemic, I gave him a shovel to dig in our backyard. This is early quarantine. Again, I am not a trained childcare professional. I don't know how to teach him to read. So I just gave him the shovel and I was like, get out there and dig. So he's digging a hole in our backyard. And you guys remember when you were like young and you would dig a hole? Like you'd yell out like, hey, where are you digging to? China. Remember? Yeah. Before the earth was flat. Okay, got a couple of globe heads in the audience. Crazy. So he was digging, and I called out to my son, hey, where are you digging to? Like all playful. And I'll never forget, my son poked his little head out of the hole, which was quite deep at that point. And he looked at me and he said, out of here. We were all dealing with pandemic in our own way, you know what I mean? Like, I'm being held together with 25 milligrams of Zoloft and an edible. Yeah. Anybody here start drinking a lot during pandemic? Hell yeah. Yes. At a certain point, I did have to reassess when I was like, you know what? I don't know if I need to be blackout to watch Frasier. Kind of like, ah. So I started to see a therapist. Any therapy heads? Yeah. Cool. I've done shows where people are like, no. We prefer to be depressed. But yeah, I started, yeah, don't feel bad for them. They're fucking up. So yeah, I'm in therapy now, and it's like, I will say, she's a very nice white lady. Maybe too nice, like, she's always asking me to forgive myself for watching so much SVU. I was like, I think maybe I want, like, I think what I need is like a mean Asian lady. I guess I could call my mom, but whatever. What I realized, I could like do all this, like find a better therapist or whatever, but like, I just like having like a third party who only knows my side of the story. So I'll just stick with her. At the end of one of our sessions, very recently, she actually kind of was like, maybe you'd like to see my therapist. And I was like, does this mean I've defeated you? like, are you Bowser and have I saved the princess? Are you Paul Walker and am I Road? Are you George W. Bush trying to read a children's book and am I 9/11? That's a reference for the olds in the audience. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. It was kind of nuts. I was just like, you know, wouldn't it be nuts if therapy was actually operated like an MLM? Like, I needed to bring 3 more crazy people where I got to see the actual therapist. Anyways. So at the end of that session, I had to like directly go into a session with my psychiatrist, and it was like I kind of thought it was like going to be, you know, up in the old Zoloft, you know, crossing my fingers for a prescription for that Adderall. He always says no. He calls it classic drug-seeking behavior, whatever. But he was like looking at me, and I was talking about all the symptoms, and he was like, kind of at the end of the session, he kind of looked at me and went, so, do we think we're ready to try ketamine? And he did say it like that. Like, he introduced ketamine to the conversation the same way it's introduced you at the club, you know? Like, also, so I did do it. Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am not chill. I have never been to Chillville. I have seen it from the highway. It looks nice. Oh, you guys got it? I am not a chill person. And so, like, I tried it, and it was good, you know? Kind of like Taylor Swift. Like, I like it, but not for me. Okay, a lot of T-Swift heads. That's cool. But I was just like, it was fine, whatever. I am a cool mom. You guys kind of get that vibe from me? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I've definitely done drugs. You know what I mean? I've had an abortion, I've done drugs, like I have smoked both DMT and PCP. One of them by mistake. Both of them were awesome. But I'm a cool mom, and like, you know, like I would say like I'm cool enough where like my best sexual experience was actually with a woman. Yeah. And her worst sexual experience was with me. So we did date for a year. It's funny, like being like I am married, and like as a person who's like bisexual and married and has a child, like Gen Z kids like will hear that and just be like, "Yes, queen, whatever you need on your journey." And like older lesbians that are like millennials will look at me and be like, let's have a conversation. Are you like a Katy Perry bisexual? Like you kissed a girl and you like that? Or are you an Ani DeFranco bisexual? Anyways, I had sex with her and she was like, oh, you're an Eleanor Roosevelt bisexual. By the way, it was crazy that I did not realize I was bi, like, in high school. You have to understand, my high school bedroom was covered in enormous posters of Eleanor Roosevelt with a tiny shrine to Seth Green. I mean, you also understand, there are no large posters of Eleanor Roosevelt available. I had those made. I went to that Kinko's and was like, blow this up. This isn't big enough. I will say, because like things are not going great for me, I hang out with a lot of like young people. I am 39. Most of my friends are 24. Things are not going good. And I will say this, like as an older person like who interacts with a lot of young people, something I've noticed is that you people have like all the hope and also no hope. It's very interesting. Like, young people are convinced that the world will end in 20 years. But you also believe that ethical non-monogamy can exist. It's fucking nuts. Okay, maybe my Gen Z is popping through here. No, I'm sorry, my Gen X is popping through, but like, I have been a freak, okay. I have been a part of the sex positive kink community since 2008, okay? Woo. Yes. This is a time when the phrase sex positive did not even exist, okay? You were either freaky deaky or you weren't. You were either nasty or you were vanilla. That was it. And as someone who was kicked out of a sex party for eating Snyder's pretzels. Turns out it is too loud of a snack. They don't like that crunch crunch sound. They want a flop flop sound. So I'm saying I'm fucking legit. As someone who has been there and been a part of the community for a long time, I'm telling you, most of the people that are in non-toxic polyamorous relationships are ugly. You guys, it is a strong Renaissance fair vibe. Do you understand? It is 100% accurate. The people with the longest relationship that are polyamorous and healthy are generally, I like to call them my meek freaks. They typically are academics, right? They are amazing at playing violin, getting degrees, and eating ass. That's the thing. It is those are the people that can do it. it is not Dylan who plays bass and who is from Ohio and thinks like, it'd be kind of cool. He's a tourist who wants to watch you kiss somebody. Anyways, that's it. You guys, and I'm feeling comfortable here. I'm also like, not only a cool mom, I'm also like a fucking progressive mom. You know what I mean? Like, you get it. Like, hate Columbus, love unions. And I tell my son that shit, like, all the time. Like, recently, we were reading a book about the explorers. I was going out of my way to be like, and he genocided, and he genocided. And my son legit looked at me, rolled his eyes, and was like, can we talk about space instead? And I was like, oh, classic. If you don't think the Chinese are doing the same things in space, I'm like, whatever. So I'm a progressive mom, and I don't care what my son chooses to become, who he chooses to love, whatever. But are there any parents here? For real? Oh, wow. Okay, hit me up. Let's do it. But you know this then. Like, you can care for your child, be as progressive as you want, but the second they go out into the world and have society do what it's gonna do, just it doesn't matter what you say, And lately he's been coming home and saying shit like, Mama, when I grow up, I want to marry a girl. Heartbreaking. 'Cause 3 weeks ago, you wanted to marry me. Who the fuck is this bitch? We are also Jewish, so that shit has layers. I did convert. I did convert to Judaism for my husband, and it's interesting. People are always like, "Was it weird? Like, what did your parents think about you converting?" And I'm like, you have to understand, I am much better looking than my husband. Like, you get it, right? He's rich. My parents didn't care. My parents thought I was gonna be the lesbian, jug band manager. They're fucking relieved. But it's funny. It's like, my husband hates that joke. By the way. But I will say this. I have grievances. You know what I mean? I get to say that shit. Like, my husband is constantly trying to make me give him a blowjob. And I'm like, what? I'm the mother of your child. Also, I am 39 years old. Society is trying to bring me to my knees. I don't need to suck a dick while I'm down here. So, yeah. I converted. By the way, I did convert, but I didn't change my name, you know what I mean? Because I would rather go to hell than the DMV, so. But my son has been, my son goes to CPS, and we are a Jewish family, and he goes to CPS, and he's been coming home, and he's been kind of complaining that there's not enough Jewish kids in his school. He's like, doesn't have enough Jewish friends. And I remember, when he came home and told me that, I looked at my husband and was like, when are we going to tell him why there aren't more Jews? Because they're in private school. And truly, there actually are a lot of Jewish kids. I'm always like, what are you talking about? Silas is Jewish, Edie is Jewish. By the way, he's in kindergarten. This class list reads like a ship's manifest going into Ellis Island in the 20s. It's like Silas, Edie, potato. It's fucking nuts. So I was like, what are you talking about? Silas is Jewish. And my son stopped me and was like, Silas is Jewish? Silas doesn't look Jewish. I was like, okay, fucking classic toxic white male. What do you think a Jew looks like? And my son looked at me and he said, Asian. It's just a way of me letting you know my son is a dumbass. I want to leave you guys on this. My name is Eunji Kim, and I will say, as an Eunji in America, people have questions. They want to know what this Eunji is, why this Eunji is, how this Eunji came to be. And the people that typically have the most to say and ask are white women wearing Patagonia vests, Tevas, carrying a little New Yorker tote bag. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about you're a peak NPR white. And whenever a woman like that hears that my name is Eunji, the reaction is always the same. It's, I want to honor your culture. It's G. Oh. 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 That is so beautiful. And the way they say beautiful makes me feel like my name is wearing a bikini at the beach and it's being called brave. Do you know what I mean? Like, thank you, but fuck you. And the thing is, my name, Eunji, is actually a very basic bitch name in Korea. Okay, it's the Mackenzie of Korea. I'm a Hudson out here. Also, not in this room, but like, you guys know this. Most people in the world, right? Most people in the world are Asian. It is currently 59%, and if you don't think we're keeping track, you're nuts. Most people in the world are Asian, so you're the one with the weird name, Megan. Thank you guys so much.